No. Yes. Yes.
Turn that on. Now I have a. Hello, hello. Okay. Because nobody's buttons were on. That's why.
He's not there, but it's on.
Oh, okay. All right. Start.
Okay. I already forgot the time. Okay. I'd like to call the meeting of the Recreation Commission to order of Tuesday, September 19th at 6:02 PM. Can we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Oh, God. I'm sorry. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Item number 3, roll call. Commissioner Hunt,
Here.
Commissioner Cook,
Present.
Commissioner Rice, I forgot for a second, I'm sorry. Commissioner Walker. And Commissioner Kelly here. Okay, item number 4, approval of the agenda for the September 19th meeting, 2023.
I'll make a motion that we approve the agenda for for September 19th.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Commissioner Hunt. Wait, sidebar, I'm sorry. Are we not doing the minutes?
I'm doing the minutes.
I mean, did he, via the email that Cindy sent today, did you resend the minutes, or do you want me to table that for now?
Oh, table it.
Okay.
Oh, I
All right.
have the minutes. How come?
Well, there was, the city attorney had a couple
Yes, he wanted me to.
revisions of that.
Oh, okay, okay. Sorry about that. Okay.
So, before we approve the agenda, I'd like to make a motion to table item number 5.
Okay.
So, can we make the motion?
Okay, so I make a motion to approve the agenda, omitting the approval of minutes.
I second.
All right. Motion made by Commissioner Hunt to approve the agenda, the revised agenda with the omitted number 5, and seconded by Commissioner Cook. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. So, guess what? We're going right on to item number 6, which is actually item number 5 now, volunteer group reports.
Laura Lessig, 15201 Fairview, on behalf of the Fraser First Booster Club. It was mentioned at the last council meeting last week that they approved $5,000 for a, canopy or something to put into the Fort Fraser. So they'll be working closely with the city on how that, which ones they'll pick and the amount, as well as combining that with the money that was raised for Fort Fraser with the handprints. So I think there was a total of $7,000 in total for that project. And the other thing is when for the firefighters open house, the Fraser First will have a booth to have some games and prizes and things like that. So we'll be there. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I really don't know. Yeah, we missed, it was last week. We'll see, as soon as we know. And you'll have a meeting next month, probably before we'd have our next meeting, so we'll provide that then.
Okay. Thank you, Laura. Okay, no more volunteer group events reports. Okay, moving on. Item number 6, report on current events.
The firefighters open house coming up. I was able to secure the face painter. We got the DJ. The petting farm is what she said she was busy that day. And then there was another one who said that they didn't have any availability that day. I got 6 vendors that can come that day for it. I tried to pick vendors that wouldn't clash or with anything. So right now we have the Perfect Apparel, Schultz Popcorn, Candy Essence, Designs by Dusty, CNA Baked Goods, and Sam's Club vendor will be there as well. After that, we have I was going over the everything from the movie in the park. Everyone liked it. I liked it. It looked pretty nice. I would like that to be something that we can make permanent. Maybe like a movie series over the summer or something like that. 3 movies. And that's really about it for now.
Question. Do you have a flyer? Does somebody have a flyer for this open house that's happening in like 2 weeks?
That would be the fire department. I
I
can't
haven't seen one.
really do anything.
Okay.
I've asked for it as well.
It's ac-
I sent it to the city manager, and she said she was reviewing it.
You can turn your mic on.
And like, what's the time that I would know?
Well, she's normally pretty busy before the council meetings and everything like that, so she was pretty busy. But she did get back to me on it earlier today. I just wasn't in office to review everything.
Okay. I just want to make sure everything is good.
Yeah, she
So I
sent
could
it.
know.
I saw a notification on my phone.
Okay.
So I didn't get a chance to review what she
Okay.
said. I
Well-
can look at it at the end of the meeting.
All right. I appreciate it.
Oh, that's what I wanted to know, the time.
October 8th is from 12
Noon
to
to
3,
3,
I believe, right?
Yes. Noon to 3. Yes.
Okay. Item number 7, overview report of Parks and Recreation.
Right now, everything is, fine. I got the calendar sent out to you guys. There are still some things I want to add to it. I've been making another list of other things, and then calling out to seeing what months that certain people could be available. I wanted to add, there's a woman and teens self-defense class that I'm going to have someone come up and teach from. It's called Fighting Spirit Safety. Also, there's an adoption day that I'm going to be doing with the Humane Society to get their pets that they have adopted. So I'm going to be adding that to the calendar soon once I get the best dates from them.
Awesome. Any questions? Okay.
Oh, I have just one quick question. You talked about doing movie night in the summer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to use the same guy that came
Yes.
to the last one? He was pretty good. I liked him.
Yes, I liked him as well. He
very nice.
was very efficient. He got everything stacked up really
Yeah.
quickly. Professional, and he was a funny guy. So
Yeah.
I'm going to be using him. He told me he was planning on selling his company, so hopefully he keeps it long enough for the next few years so we can keep him.
Nice.
I liked him.
Okay.
Okay. Item number 8, interview candidate for commission vacancy. Possible 2 candidates. Might not have time to do 2 candidates, but I forgot the application.
I have Julie and a Wendy.
Hi, Wendy. If you'd like, you can just come on up to the. I know Julie's at work, actually, so. And then just state your name, address for the record.
Wendy Radke, 31710 Linden.
Nice to meet you, Wendy.
Nice to meet you as well.
So we meet usually on the first Tuesdays of the month.
Okay.
Is that an Is that something that you'd be able to make?
Yeah, definitely.
Any other questions?
Yep, I have questions.
I figured.
I always have questions, sorry. My one question is, during events that we throw or that Parks and Recs throw, are you willing to come, volunteer, show up, bring your family, whoever, whatever, you know, because it seems like we lack on council or anybody from the city to show up to help out these events, or you seem just to show up your face there to say, hey, I'm here, I can do whatever.
Yeah, definitely. This isn't the first time I have been on a Parks and Rec Commission. So I know what goes into it, and I know how many people don't show up, and I know how many people say I'll be there and don't show up. So, yeah.
Good.
Do you have, I don't know if this is legal or whatever, do you have children?
I do. I have two,
Ages?
30 and 25,
Okay, all right,
and I'm about to be a grandma.
See, there we go.
okay.
So I hope you come with lots of ideas or other ideas to throw on top of our ideas, because it's great to have new ideas.
Yeah, I don't know what you've tried, what's worked, what's not worked, but I mean, I'm willing to learn, and if there's something you haven't done, then who knows?
When
Yes?
did you move into Fraser?
November.
Also last year, so, okay, just interested.
Yeah.
So tell us why you decided you wanted to become a Parks and Recs commissioner.
I lived in the city of Malvindale, born and raised there. When my 30-year-old daughter was 5, she joined the Malvindale Junior Football Club as a cheerleading mascot. She went all the way through age 15. And then my younger daughter, who was 5 at the time, came up right behind her. So for 20 years, I was on the board of directors for the Malvindale Junior Football Club. Then I was a Parks and Rec Commissioner for the city of Malvindale. I like volunteering. I like keeping busy. I like doing things and meeting people, and I think it's fun.
It is. I like it. I
I mean, when I was with the football club, I mean, I organized all of our end of the year banquets and, you know, kids' fun days and different things like that. So it's a good time.
Any other questions for me?
Well, Chris asked my question.
sorry.
That's what I was gonna ask, but, okay,
People steal my questions.
yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm glad she asked it.
What was your question?
What could you bring, like, to the commission, pretty much?
Oh, okay. I was just curious.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody else?
No.
Go ahead.
No, I have no more questions.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
I'm surprised.
I've had a rough day at work. I'm done. I'm positive.
Wendy, thank you so much. If it's okay with everyone, I'd like to make a motion to have Wendy appointed to our commission.
I'll second that one.
Okay. Motion made by Commissioner Kelly, seconded by Commissioner Cook. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Excellent.
Welcome. Hopefully you get,
Awesome. Thank you.
I say welcome, but it has to go in front of council first.
Right.
I don't
No,
see
I
any issue with it, but you know.
Yep, I understand.
I still
the
say
process.
welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Wendy.
No problem.
you know, I do have one question. You said, when did you move into the city? In November of last year?
November of last year.
Okay.
Is
'Cause
that
I
a
think
bad
one of our
thing?
rules is you have to be here, live in the city 2 years. I was reading that today. Yes, but hers will be really close to the 2 years because by the time this goes in front of council,
And if she gets approved, it would be.
yeah. So it'll be right around your 2 year.
Yeah.
I moved in on early November, if that helps.
It does help.
I just seen that where it said you had to be live in the city for 2 years. I've never.
That'll only be 1 year.
Yeah, it'd be
though.
only 1 year.
Does anybody really ever read these rules?
They are now, because she said it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we can waive it because I mean, like I said, I just kind of caught my eye when I was reading.
Yeah, of course.
And also, the other thing that needs to get changed in there is the amount that we get paid, because it's not $10 anymore. I read that too, so just a note.
We do get a stipend of $15
Really?
Yes,
a month,
Wow.
but it's paid like twice a year, once a year.
no, it gets every month.
Oh, I don't know. I just pay attention. Mine, like, I don't see $15
Really?
a month. I see it, yeah.
Yeah, it
The
usually
whole
comes
time
like
I
the month after the
volunteered
meeting.
with Malvindale, even on their Parks and Recs, we were all volunteers.
Most of us end up putting that money right, that $15 goes right back to the city because we always,
Right.
we do programs or, so.
Okay.
Well, thank
But
you
you're
so
not
much.
obligated to do that.
Yes, not at all. But you'll probably end up doing it anyways.
If it helps and you do what you gotta do.
Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Not a problem.
And thank you for coming. So-
No, no problem. Thank you.
All right, so then when do we meet Julie?
That I don't know.
Come later, I thought
Yeah.
after 7 or something.
6:45.
Okay.
Julie,
then okay.
Julie's also a nurse, so she's working now. So I know
Okay.
Julie. So
All right. No, I forgot about that, because if she's here by 6:45,
Yep.
that's still a good time.
Yep.
Okay.
It'd be nice to have 7 people up here.
yes, it would be the first time in a long time. We'll just move on to item number 9 right now, and if she does end up showing up, we can head back over here. Okay. Citizen participation. I'm sure we have commission members with concerns, so we can drag that out.
Laura Lessig, 15201 Fairview. I figure you guys are going to bring this up about, Halloween coming up and the scarecrows and that kind of thing. And also, I think it might be time to maybe talk about Christmas in Fraser, too. So I can't believe that it's coming up this quickly, but there's a lot of activities happening, including all the trunk or treats. I mean, there's like a list a mile long of all those activities. So, and I know that we'll have one. Well, Sherry Stein and Gudrun put on the Ramshorn one, which is October 21st, from 1 to 3, I think. I think that's what it was. So that's always a fun time. So anyways, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Didn't drag it out as much as I wanted you to. I'm just kidding. All right, moving on. Item number 10, commission members with concerns. I'll start this way today.
How's sports and everything going?
I did get a football team earlier this week, or not earlier this week. That was late last week. That would like to play in Fraser. They did contact me about renting the field. So they're a new football team. They would like to play here. They're getting like uniforms and everything. Design
Okay.
logo. They sent me everything for the uniforms and logo. They're going to be doing fundraisers here. They have a trunk or treat coming up actually in mid-October.
Okay.
That they're going to utilize the field for, so they can help raise money for the uniforms and everything like that.
Okay.
Do you know the name of the program team slash?
Got it right now.
Okay.
My email. Drag this out.
Also, is there some way we could promote breaking barriers more? Because when I went to the football, there was only like 3 Fraser kids.
And I forgot about it until my son mentioned it, and it was like a week later. I'm like, dang it!
Yeah, I feel I didn't make it in time to sign up my kids either. Wanted to.
When I saw it was like all Mount Clemens kids. So it's like, we have to figure something out.
And where were they playing at when you saw these?
Oh, right here.
Right here?
Yeah, it's that.
It was the flag football, right?
Yes.
They also asked, can we try to have the grass cut?
The grass is cut every 7 days. Even then, there is a soccer team that utilizes the field that cuts the grass back there as well.
They did the free play at McKinley, and I was there last Tuesday.
Oh, they did at McKinley.
The free play.
The free play on Tuesdays.
Yeah. It was a nice little thing, but the grass is so long that mosquitoes are just swarming up at us. The guy's name, right?
Yes, yes.
He asked if we can try to have that part cut. He even said that over here at Stephens is really long too when he's doing the football too.
I'm not seeing how when two people cut the grass, because the soccer team themselves cut the grass and do the lines every Wednesday. So, but I can definitely,
Timing was really long.
yeah, I can definitely get our DPW on it. I'll send an email in the morning about it. The football team is called the Fraser Wildcats. I have a logo if you want to see it.
What age is that?
He didn't give me specific ages. It is youth, but there wasn't a specific age. He gave me age range. I can ask him about it.
And it's flag football?
No,
Well,
no.
the one that, the breaking barriers was flag football. Yeah. And this is a football team that actually wants to rent our field, and they want to do a trunk or treat.
Okay.
Their trunk or treat here says October 27th, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay.
And how, do you know how they're gonna raise funds? Are they gonna like charge people? I mean, I don't understand how it's gonna be a fundraiser.
As far as the raising funds, they did send me like a few flyers for things, of fundraisers they're having throughout Macomb County just to raise money. They're having like a teen party, the trunk or treat, a bake sale, things like that. They said during the winter they have, team members who are going to be, shoveling snow around just to raise money to help build it, take donations and everything like that.
So I assume for the trunk or treat, it's the cars have to pay to get in?
I don't think so. I think that was just, to let everybody know that they'll be
Okay.
here.
Just like
I can definitely check on that though. But it says free event on the flyer.
Okay.
So I think it's to just raise awareness that they
Okay.
will be here and they would like to be here and play here. Aside from that, I do still have the soccer teams that are going to be here.
Yeah.
We have a kickball team. That's going to be an adult kickball team, adult kickball league. The baseball teams, there was one for softball as well.
Okay.
And then the Fraser Wrestling Club as well. They would like to branch out more instead of just being in the high school. They want to be out more and get more kids from Fraser wrestling, because he said a lot of kids aren't wrestling for him anymore. So he's going to be branching out more to get Fraser kids wrestling.
Yes. I think I talked to him like last month. He was telling me about that. But I have another question. Is there somehow we could try to get into total soccer and have programs there?
With that, that's up to them. That's
Yeah.
Total soccer, like things like Total Soccer or the Fraser Hockey Club. All those those are private.
Okay. Well, I don't think I could say this, but never mind.
Are you talking about the closure
Yeah.
thing? Yeah, that was
They haven't
that
paid.
was discussed.
Could we talk about that?
previously, That there may or may not be a venue that was behind on their taxes, and it was discussed with
Yes.
Sarah when she was here previously, that she was looking into maybe
It's like a 5-year thing. Yeah.
to try to get that.
That's definitely something to bring up with City Council. It's
Yes, I
not
know.
me.
Because I don't know if you even knew about that, but she did discuss that with us previously, that was something that she was looking into. Because honestly, even if they opened it up to us or the city was able to get that, that's a fantastic venue.
Yes.
You could literally you could rent it, you could hold events there, yeah. So,
It's beyond me. She did mention it, but she mentioned it in passing, not like
Right.
as leaving. Like,
it's been in the back of our brain for a long time.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's been, yeah, for a little while.
Every time I pass by, I'm like, I wonder.
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely something to bring up. One of y'all though, like not me. But
So you bring that up to City Council?
yes.
Okay.
To acquire it.
Yeah.
So the kickball league, is that through Parks and Recs? Is that through an outside company? Is it?
It's through Parks and Rec. They, there is outside league. There's a guy who lives like right across the street from the baseball diamonds. He says he has he's the manager of a league, and he has about 5 teams, and they don't have anywhere to play currently. So next year that they would like to play here. Some of them, he said, some of our Fraser residents, it's basically Macomb, but people come from other counties to play as well, and they go to other counties and play them as well.
Is there would it be open up to other Fraser residents? Like, do you know, like, the name of the?
The league
Yeah.
itself, I do not know it off top.
Okay.
But it is something he said that, anybody could join.
Okay.
And he just said they play kickball, go out after, things like that.
That would be awesome to kind of promote again, to get kickball back into the
I would like to
fields.
get sports back.
Yeah. I know. I
that's
see that you're trying. I see.
We need the community center.
Yeah. All right, my friend. More. Are we going to talk about this, Jeff?
Yeah, we could talk about it.
I was hoping you'd bring that up.
Oh, yeah. So, I pretty much told everyone here already.
I know, but
But October 14th, I'm doing a fundraiser for mental health. I'm working with a nonprofit. They go by No Resolve, and they focus on teen suicide, mental health, grievance support with families. And thinking about just having an event, having hopefully the bounce houses, activities for the kids. A couple of my sports guys are coming, putting on something.
awesome.
And food trucks, just a day to get everyone together. That's pretty much
What day and what time?
Saturday, October 14th, 11 to 2.
Okay, I knew that, but I wanted everybody else that might watch
Okay,
this. to know
so
that.
donations, are people
At
just,
Steffens Park.
are people just coming to donate? Is like, do they have to pay to get in? Do
No pay. So I'm having shirts, and all the proceeds will go to No Resolve. So the food trucks, having sponsors. I have a couple sponsors. And that's just pretty much it.
This is a big deal.
Yeah, it's
It is a big
stressing me
deal.
out.
I'm sure it is.
So you're gonna sell T-shirts that day?
Yes.
No pre-orders?
I have pre-orders.
You got a V-neck?
I have a V-neck. Any size you want. Yeah. I get you whatever you want.
I don't know what else I was going to say about this. This is an awesome thing.
I appreciate it. I still want to get a couple therapists to come out to try to talk, because I actually have to go talk to Fraser kids tomorrow morning
Okay.
because they want to get involved. So, yeah, it's getting bigger than I thought it was going to be. So,
Fantastic. Don't you want to?
Wendy would like to ask you a question.
Wendy, come on up and
Yes.
ask the question. Take your time.
So, you said you wanted to get a couple of therapists to come out. Did you talk to anybody at, All Things Get Better?
no, I haven't.
There is a place on, bear with me because I don't venture out of my area so much. But it's on 14 and, I don't know, the corner where the 7-Eleven is,
Okay.
where all the construction is going on,
14 and Hayes
14 and Hayes? Okay.
or Garfield.
Garfield, no, 7-Eleven.
There's 7-Eleven
No,
on
it's
14 and
Garfield.
Hayes.
No, wait, Utica?
Garfield and 15?
Yes.
Okay.
I really, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
I don't venture out of.
What was the name of it again?
It is called All Things Possible.
Okay.
Is it by the
It-
bank?
It is, I don't know if there's a bank there or not.
I'm sorry, I would know it as the.
Never really paid attention.
I think I know where it's at. Like it's by the urgent care, between the urgent care and the old Huntington Bank.
Okay.
Anyway, they have a bunch of therapists there who are very nice, and I don't know if any would be willing to come speak, but
Okay. I could try to call and see. I appreciate that.
ask Daniel
Bless you.
specifically.
Daniel.
Daniel.
I don't know if he would do it or not, but he might.
You
Okay.
might have some information about who to.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Even if he comes out for like half hour,
Right.
That's good for me. I don't want people to just start talking forever.
Right.
Get the kids all,
Right.
I just have one suggestion for you.
yes.
Put some of your flyers, go to Shots, talk to Shots. Can I
Okay.
put one on the door at Shots? Can I put one at the door of a couple businesses around town that people frequently try? Maybe the library. Maybe you can see if you can put a couple flyers at the library.
There's some at the library.
Is there? Okay,
And at McKinley Park so far.
okay.
There's
This-
a board at the senior center you can hang them on as well.
Okay. Could I give you a couple?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a board
Yeah, I
right out
brought a
here
couple.
too.
Everyone gets one.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because Facebook doesn't reach
Yeah, it
a
does.
lot of people.
I'm noticing that too.
But I know, have you checked with the Peach Jar or whatever it is at the high school to put flyers, like, they have places where you can put they have a site where you put your flyers.
Well, that's what
on.
I was gonna ask the high school tomorrow when I talk to everyone.
Yeah,
Like, could they promote it a little bit, and I'll bring more flyers. So,
What about even Mr. Julian
Yeah.
at the
middle school, yeah, I could talk to him. That's actually a good friend of mine. So, he's a good guy.
even just to kind of, mention
Yeah.
it in passing to a student.
Yeah.
I'll still show my son. He's 13, so
Okay.
he'll tell me I'm lame for showing it to him, but he'll tell people if they.
have you reached out to C&G newspaper too?
No.
Probably an article they would like to put in there.
She has a contact.
I do.
Well, I need all the information.
He really puts everything in there.
He really does.
Does he?
No, he didn't put one thing in there that I sent him, and I told him I was very disappointed. He said, and I didn't want an article on it. I just wanted it to put under the events,
Right,
like
right.
like this is happening in July, whatever. And he didn't even put it under the events. I didn't want no big article. I just wanted it to go under the event page,
Okay. I definitely need his contact. And
I will
I'll be,
send it to you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I Googled it.
I know my sister-in-law is a therapist.
You're welcome.
Just recently learned what she's focuses on. She focuses on like food eating disorders. So
Okay.
she might know someone somewhere, some
Yeah, that would,
stuff too.
that would be perfect.
I
And
just
if she
learned
could-
that that's
she
what
could
her
come
major.
up- She could come
Right.
up and talk. Awesome.
She'll bring her kids, my
Okay.
niece and nephew. Maybe. They can jump on some bounce houses and play some activities. So, but I'll talk to her too. So,
Okay. Thank you.
thank you, Wendy. Appreciate your.
Just a little side note, if you need help, like volunteers from the community, I'd be willing to volunteer. That is cause that's close to my heart.
Okay.
Okay?
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I have a little side note as well. Julie is stuck at work.
It's okay. I figured.
So.
Tell her unacceptable. And I'll text her right now.
Just put her on the phone.
Unacceptable.
FaceTimer.
Probably good. I'm excited for this.
Oh, me too. It's been stressing me out for months now. So, my first event.
That's good. It's. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Listen, it can only go up from here.
That's right.
Of course you can.
Commissioner Rice, are you going to have a booth at the firefighters' open house or some information there to promote your event?
Not that I know of yet, but I can. Who would I contact?
That's something you could do.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure. I'm still learning everything too, so so I can do that.
Yeah, that like.
That'd be a great idea because there'll be a lot of people that will attend.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and they'll,
Yep.
Next week.
Okay.
I
yes.
just do things that hope I don't get in trouble for it later.
Yeah. Yeah.
The more you communicate, and I liked you guys talking about all the different newspapers, the roly-polies, whatever,
Yeah.
just get it all out there.
Hard to get the word out because, like
It
you
is
said,
hard.
Facebook is only the small group of people,
Right.
and
Okay, thank you.
I did look into the peach jar. Since I'm not a parent with a child at the school, I can't post things for free. So there was like a charge for me to send it out to like all like different schools in Macomb County, and it was like, I think it was somewhere around $400.
So I know some of us have students in the Fraser School District.
$400 to post something?
I don't think we can post anything. I thought it was always the schools did it.
I know, it's a good idea. Huh. I think our best bet is to just talk to the principals and the,
Yeah.
It was something that like went out to all the schools in Macomb County.
Oh, okay, okay.
There was a charge for it, but maybe I was doing it wrong. But I did it like 3 times because
Yeah.
somebody told me it was free, so I kept doing it to not get charged, and they kept charging me.
all right,
Yeah,
I'll look into it too.
Registrations or something.
Yeah.
They would be able
Really?
to do it.
Yeah, they were trying to charge the Goodfellows to do you know.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Interesting.
I didn't understand that charge thing from you. I'm like, I didn't know
The
that, so.
soccer thing always came out last, when they had McCall, or,
You know, I gotta go back and look through my peach.
And what, it just sends to everybody's email or?
Yeah, it'll
Okay.
send to like all the parents' email and
to be honest,
it'll say this week's
Yeah,
peach
yeah.
jar, and then it shows like a preview of the
Okay,
flyer, and then you can just click on it.
Yeah.
okay.
but see, if we could hand out flyers, because I like them, because
Yeah.
I put them on my refrigerator, so I remember
Yes.
them. That's why I don't like the emails,
Right.
because then they get lost. I keep.
Yeah,
not
that's
gonna go
true.
Through hundreds of emails. Maybe if you can, get some of these out to the schools. I know Mark Twain has a program. I can't remember what it's called now.
Well, I'm-
Peer-to-peer.
Okay, yeah, I'm meeting with a group. They're called like Be Nice at the high school. So hopefully they could spread the word. Other than that, just hope some people show up.
Oh, I think I get some.
I think if you show up at the firefighters event and you start passing out some flyers, I think you'll get,
Yeah, I definitely want to do that.
All your stress will be worth it.
and I'll post it out there on some of the pages for you too.
Okay.
I'm good at that. People probably get sick of seeing my name
very good
in a
at
post because
Oh,
I
yeah.
just,
Oh, I thought you said
Constantly.
she's very good at people being annoyed by her.
No, she's very good at promotions. I'm not a good
You
promoter.
said that too.
Because the way she just said people are probably sick of me, and you're like, she's very good at that.
very good at people getting annoyed with my posts out there. But you know, it's the only way that people see it because if you
No, you're right.
don't let them see it, you know,
And you could still post it 25 million
Times, and you'll still see
someone will be
somebody
like,
say,
I didn't know
see that."
about this.
Yeah. So that's what I think we need to work on too. Maybe at the fireman's open house, maybe have a clipboard with getting email addresses and names of people in the city so that we can start setting maybe some of these flyers out through that.
Is that a program / possibility where we could
We could set up a booth for that, so people can like
Not even just a little table.
a sign up book, so you can write down your.
like we can
Is that
update?
something that you'd be willing to monitor, though? Like, I know my boss, because we can't do anything political through work, so anything political, he sends through something called MailChimp. You know what MailChimp is?
Yes.
Oh, no. But I guess you can send like to like 1,000 people at a time.
Yeah, the only issue I have with that is, people may not want other,
Right.
all of those emails connected to their email, because who knows what those other emails are. They might start getting other things.
I was thinking it was just something like you would, that's what I'm saying, I'm giving you a job. So it'd be like you're building a database with the people that are interested in to know what's going on with Parks and Rec. So it'd be your database, and so only you would have the emails. You're not like, selling them to other entities.
Yeah, I wouldn't be selling them to other entities, but, within the database, whatever I use, it would connect all the emails together, and everyone would be able to see
Everybody
all the
else's email, I get that.
recipients in that email.
Oh, I thought that's why you do blind copies.
No, you could.
Yeah, you could do one
You do a
person and
blind
blind
copy.
copy everybody else, because that works too.
That's something I could definitely look into.
Because what I do is I'll send an email to myself and I blind copy everybody else. I just did it today for like 500 people. I didn't want to, I don't want everybody knowing everybody's business.
Yeah.
Right.
So I blind copy them, and
Okay, we can definitely. That's
that's
something I
another
could.
job for you, so I don't know if you really want to take that on you. But it's an option.
I know. I mean, we got to start getting other ways to get people informed of what's going on in the city. Now that
100%.
things are happening.
Anything else?
That should be it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Commissioner Rice. I'm gonna move over here, Commissioner Hunt.
Okay, so I just wanted to mention that a couple weeks ago, we started a pickup pickleball. I think I may have worded it wrong, because to me, pickleball meant you're not obligated for the 9 to 11 a.m. slot. You just come and go as
Yeah.
you know, as time allows. So I did call it pickleball. Anyway, first week, kind of lame. Chris and I,
We played some pickleball.
We played some pickleball against each other, and that's when I realized I'm not a good promoter. So she's been helping me out with that. And then last week we actually had 7 people.
Awesome.
So, and they all seemed like they were going to come back. So, I mean, I think it should grow. We're using the courts right out here that I was told were done about 3 years ago, and they're on. Are they slated to be redone again?
From the last little meeting they had about restructuring or revitalizing, those were on there.
Okay, good, 'cause
With the
they're pretty cracked out.
yeah, with the courts, the gates, everything that was around it, everything like that.
Because then also, if you have any pull on that, I don't know who, I was told a professional did it, striped them black. It's very hard to see on the dark green. So I don't know if there's maybe a different color, even like a light green, maybe a light green. Whatever. Yellow.
It's something.
Well,
It's
we don't
something.
want to offend the tennis players too much. You know, so I think that's why they went so dark. But also maybe, and everybody gets along out there, so that's really, really nice. But it doesn't cost any more money to strike 4/2, right? It's just paint.
I think they have to use something special for it so it can even last long. And
Okay.
with the tennis court being little pellets, it has to be able to stick to it.
Oh, okay.
I'm just hoping that once, if they redo these courts, they keep them up, because if they're only 3 years old, they should not look
shouldn't look like
the way they do, because we played pickleball, and it kept hitting the crack, and the ball kept going this way or that way, or, and it's like, that's not
And then
good.
that would be my request too, is just, I know Tommy said
Yes.
something about, well, you don't want to stripe all 4 of them because, that kicks the tennis players out. Well, no, we're playing pickleball and they're playing tennis, and, I mean, at one point, the tennis players were playing on the pickleball court and we were right next to them.
Next to them playing, so
I mean,
yeah.
we're all pretty civilized. So, but it would be nice if all 4 were, because I would like to see this grow to where we actually have
A use for all 4.
16 people at one point, just to have like a little, tournament type thing.
Yeah.
Because if you're under 50, you can't get into the senior center.
Right.
Which I met a really lovely woman on Sunday. Can't remember her name. She was very lovely though. And she, even through her smiles, she's your neighbor. She had some beefs about the fact that there's nothing for, it's
Right,
either
but
young
50,
kids
yeah.
or old
Old
kids.
kids,
There's
nothing
nothing
for
in
us
the middle. And I
in
said, well,
between.
that's why I was trying to do this outside, was so that we could have 18-year-olds playing against 60, 50-year-olds, whatever. So we could, I can't remember her name though. She said she lives right across the street from
I
me.
have lots of neighbors.
Yeah, Holly. I wanted to call her Wendy, but that's your name. Okay. Holly, yeah, really, really nice woman. So anyway, and she came out, it was her first time playing, and, she said she'd be there next week, so. Anyway, 9 to 11 on Sunday. I had some hand surgery, so I couldn't even play, so I was just the ball girl and given instruction, because you and I took that one lesson.
Now she's instructing. She's an instructor too now.
Yeah,
She's certified.
Certifiable. So that's that. That's all I got, is the pickleball.
On that note of getting out, make a couple flyers. Bring one up here. Give them to Martez. Let him put one up at the senior center, because they have a group of people that play pickleball indoors at the senior center too.
Mm-hmm.
They might want to come play some outdoor.
Okay.
They were very friendly when I came and played one day with them, because I walked in, they're like all ready to go, and I'm like, can I play? Sure,
Okay.
you can play
Can
with
I
these.
give you that flyer if it's not an officially sanctioned?
Yeah. Yeah, there are things up there where outside people come and play. Like the people at the senior center, when they aren't playing there, they play at different outdoor pickleball parks. And I know they have a group in Sterling Heights they play with, so they play outside as well.
There's the one in Clinton Township too. Outside pickleball
I
players.
know, I would just like to play by my
I know,
house,
but I'm saying,
you know.
snag them a little bit.
So that's that.
All right, anything else?
No, that's it.
Commissioner Walker.
No, I already talked about that.
Oh, excellent. Well, thank you.
I just have a
That leaves
couple.
Commissioner Cook.
I just have a couple things. First thing I have is, I'm kind of upset that we have a building that's over at Rindell Park that's been there forever, and Parks and Recs has been looking for a place to hold events at, and that building has been sitting there unused, and now they want to maybe put a new roof on it and turn it into a Parks and Recs / DPW building. Is that still maybe a go?
From the first time you heard about it was the first time I heard about
Okay.
it. So, but from like that was the last time I heard about it as well. That they're waiting for approval for, different things that was on the whole list of the
Their stuff
Parks
that
and
they
Rec
proposed.
improvement
But
plan.
I just kind of like, I never even knew that building was our building. And, I mean, it's just housing some old equipment in it. I mean, that could have been used for so many events.
Is it big enough to hold people in it?
It's pretty big. It's
pretty big
they
building.
use it right now currently as a gym. It has a bathroom, showers, like a little
Yeah,
small
it has all
kitchen,
kinds of stuff
everything.
in it.
So there was a whole bunch of stuff in it.
You
The
can't see
only
it, though. You can't-
yeah,
you
the
see
only
it's a brick
thing
building. There's no windows, though.
Where is that at?
Behind Oak Ridge.
Behind
Oh,
Oak Ridge,
oh,
right
by
now.
Eisenhower.
This was years ago, I thought, they used to have basketball courts there, and then they made it into, I don't know, like a little
Hockey
skate
or
park
hockey
thing.
thing.
And my first thought was, after we did that lesson, that's where they should put pickleball courts, is because you've got that whole senior area there, they can just come right out their door and play.
the
Tennis courts over there too.
Right, they change them over to whatever the needs are.
Yeah, I had
The
no idea.
only issue that they're having with it right now that they were trying to solve was, I believe, there was something about they needed a parking agreement with a
With the-
shopping center
yeah,
or
with the
something
shopping
that's
center, I
close
think
to
is what
there
they
because there's no parking to like get quick access to that. So the only parking that was there was
Shouldn't
from the
stop
shopping
park
center.
being built.
Well, I mean, not the park, just the utilization of the
No,
building.
that building, we're talking about the building,
I
to
know.
use that building.
That shouldn't
They need to
stop
have-
them.
and it's-
We have no parking anywhere else, and we stop them doing it.
That is true.
So what I'm saying is, let's just do it.
I mean, it's the back of their buildings. It's not like it's the front of their buildings. It's in the back of their buildings or the side of their buildings, so it shouldn't be, I can't talk for them.
I mean, you just gotta have room for the trucks that deliver
Yeah.
and stuff.
But I just kind of mad that that building's been there for so long, and I know the couple of years I've been on this commission, we've been asking for some building to hold things, and not one person has ever said that there's a building that possibly could be used for that.
I had no clue about it either.
Yeah.
I've lived
That
here my
building.
entire life. So.
Yeah,
I lived there. I went to
I was there,
Eisenhower.
and I don't remember a building. So,
I went to Eisenhower. Yeah. Did you?
listening to a council meeting.
Yeah, it was on, someone mentioned it to me.
It was in the
I
packet
watching
for the council
meeting, and I was
meeting.
like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
okay, all
I
right,
never knew it was there either, so yes.
well, good.
So then,
There's a building, so let's-
just my other things.
Now that I think about it, I just thought it was.
Yeah, part of Oak Ridge or
Yeah.
something, yeah.
Just my other two things is, it's that time of year for my scarecrows to be popping up in the city, and they have been. People have been posting. I know, is it The Curve? I think they have one out at their store, so I'm hoping that a few other businesses will kind of jump on board. I might make some flyers and maybe go pass them out to a couple businesses or tag them on Facebook and say, hey, you guys did this last year, do it again. And there's even a couple of city people that have been making them and putting them out, and they kind of post them, and I kind of been making one little post with everybody that's done it. Just kind of looks nice around the city. It just kind of spruces it up.
Someone from outside of the city. That,
Yes, even somebody outside the city posted, and she said, I want to join you guys, and she sent a picture of her scarecrows, and I'm like, that's great. So you still have time to make one, buy one, whatever you want to do, and put it out at your property. Even if the stores, I know Caveman said that they had a lot of problems with people walking down touching theirs. I know Curve brings theirs in at night. Maybe even put it inside your window. I mean, that's fine too. I don't care. Just kind of something to make the city look better. I mean, it's so.
right.
So, and then the other thing I just have is I wanted to thank everybody who painted a rock and put it at the Snake. It was a great event. I really didn't think it was going to take off as big as it did, and I kind of got a few backlashes about using that park, that, kids would destroy it and whatever. And I think the people there treated it with respect. And I mean, there might have been a rock or two missing or, whatever, but that's kids playing at a park. I mean, I didn't take it personally that someone liked the rock and picked it up and said, oh, I like this rock or, whatever. But I thought it went well because it went from the beginning of the Century Garden all the way around to almost to the loop started. So, I mean, there was over 100 and some people that painted rocks and put them out there. And this is great to see people's faces when they bring their kids up there that, oh, they painted the rock, they put it there. So I have to think of something maybe next year or do it again next year or something.
Well, it is expected, some rocks to go missing. Kids,
Right.
kids can't see it and be like, "Ooh, look at this."
Yeah,
And
I mean, it's a
they pick
kid.
it up and they take it home, put it on the shelf for the next 20 years and forget where they got it from. But, we now have thousands of rocks. So they can always be replaced. It can always
Yep.
be more. It can always be modified. It can everything like that. So we
And it
have
was-
a lot of rocks.
It was sad though, because the first day I put it out there, and I was told that your rocks won't stay, kids are gonna take them, they're gonna throw them, whatever. The first day I put it out there, the next day I just went to check on it, and it was gone. And I was like, oh my gosh, they're right, And then two little kids came playing through the park, and they had their snake head in their head, and I'm like, oh, guys, can you do me a favor? Can you just put that back there and leave it there? Because that's where it needs to stay so people can add to it. And they put it back down, and then it grew from there. But, I mean, at first I was like, until you try something, you never know if it's going to work or not. You got to just try it. So.
Yeah, I mean, even with, if little kids see a rock and they take the rock, that's no big deal. It just means that the snake will always look different since
will.
there will always be new things added
Yep.
to it. So it'll always look different.
And I tried to get the people on Facebook when they said, someone took my rock. It's like, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Maybe somebody really liked it, I mean.
Or they moved it.
Yeah, or they moved it to a different, because they were all
the
constantly
colors,
moving and
yeah.
whatever. But it was a nice little summer event that I think it took off very well in the city. And I think that's it for me.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay. To that point of the rock, on social media, it was a little Metro Detroit or something like that. She featured McKinley Park, and one of her features that she featured was the rock snake on it online.
Yeah.
So,
That was a great article.
that was very cool to see, I've been promoting the parks to some people that go take their kids all around to places in Metro Detroit. I'm like, oh, you should try this park and this park, So I'm glad at least one of them got onto it.
No, it was great. It was a good article.
Christmas in Fraser. I meant to ask earlier. Have we started anything for Christmas in Fraser?
I've been going off the list that Echo sent me so I got in touch with the ice maker.
Excellent.
I'm looking currently there for the reindeer person that apparently there was reindeer here.
We did,
I'm looking for the reindeer person. I remember something about a s'more maker, so I was in the shed looking for some grills or some type
Should
of
fire
Should have some
fire pit
bonfire
type
pits
things, yeah.
in that
Did
one
find
back
two
there.
of them, so
The one by Fort Fraser?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. So I've been compiling everything, but everything I still would like some insight on a lot of things.
Okay.
So I will be emailing you all about what the next moves is and things that I want to add to it and things like that.
Did you happen to secure Santa Joe?
Santa Joe is secured. He came up to me at the parade and asked me about it. So
Okay,
he's been secure since then.
Oh, Santa Joe. He's- the only other thing that I had was Fort Fraser. Still in a little bit of a rough shape. I don't know if anyone knows that. There's like plywood.
They did
Slides.
they sent out a report
Okay.
for everything that was that needed to be, or not everything, but most of the things that's been.
Throwing it out here. The kids are very tricky.
I have pictures if you want to.
And they've been climbing over the plywood and still playing over the stuff that they
Trying to break through
are not.
plywood to go down the slide.
Yeah, they put the plywood there because I heard somebody got their hair stuck in it. So
Yeah, well, they're about to get their hair stuck in some plywood.
They're on top of the
so-
slide. There's like 20 kids inside the slide.
So I just
there's
thought I'd
kids picking
at least make that
wood.
aware, like on the record for people to know. I know other people sometimes watch the meetings or ask what the meetings are about, so someone can hear that. The plywood at Fort Fraser, I know they want to order the stuff, but we gotta get that ball going because someone's seriously gonna get injured at
yeah,
Fort
I
Fraser.
did bring up some things on Fort Fraser as well. Like I was out there because there was like someone said they couldn't use one of the pavilions due to bees. So I went to go check out the bees, and it had rained the day before. It was water everywhere. So it was like a yay high
Oh, my.
of, just sitting water everywhere. And
Yeah.
the ducks are mean.
Meaner than the geese?
Yeah, the geese.
Yeah, Canadian geese, they're mean.
Yes, they're like all over. Just one more question too, I forgot. Trick or treating. Are we going to do something, or are we going to join one of the 500 different events going around the city?
With the trunk or treating, I was just going to leave that to the people that's doing the events around the city. I didn't want to step in on anyone's toes, and say, oh, we're doing this as well. So,
Right, but do we want to join one of them and say, hey, Parks and Recs has a table, they're passing out candy or something?
that is something we can definitely do. Picking which one, but then again, at the same time, you would have to pick one, and then the other may feel left out that the city didn't assist them with those.
Well, here's-
I didn't want to.
Here's my question to piggyback off that. If we wanted to, could several different members of the commission theoretically go to these trunk or treats as a representative of the city of Fraser?
Yeah, and we can definitely do that.
I'm
Order some
putting,
candy.
I'm putting all kinds of stuff on us, guys.
Let's get your name tag on. and
But, I
we'll
mean, you know what I mean? Like, hey, City of Fraser, have your, whether it's at the one that Fraser First Booster Club, or the
Right.
one with the
The Lions
football team,
Club or the
Lions
football
Club,
team. There's
so-
like many of them are around here, but yeah, I think we should be represented. And then maybe start talking to these this year for next year to do our idea to have it at McKinley Park and have it around the track and have everybody come to one event instead of having these 6 and 7 trunk or treaters.
I don't think the Lions will give it up. I don't think Ramhorns is gonna give it up.
The Lions is the only reason they started that is because I started it with them.
What'd you do that for? When you pick 'em up?
Because the city wouldn't let me do it. So I went elsewhere again.
But those were my only concerns. Anyone else have any concerns, questions, comments?
Nope.
Okay. All right. I would like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
One moment. I
Oh,
do
shoot.
did remember something else.
Okay.
With the parking that Chris brought up, or when we talked about the parking, I spoke to the representatives from Big Bounce, and they would like the contract signed, but they want 400 parking spaces.
Right.
And the city manager would not like people to, be parking over in the neighborhoods where they were doing it last time. I don't know what that was. So she would like to not count those as the 400. So if we can't, find something, for these parking spaces for them, then Big Bounce would cancel their
Man.
bid here.
Okay, so I have a suggestion then. Only because I've been listening to all this big boy business going back and forth with their parking issue. Can't we ask the school, it's a weekend, can't we ask the school for their parking spaces and then run shuttles for any overflow?
With the shuttles, we would need bus drivers for that. The city only has the one driver for the senior center, and that's it.
Because like we're not really gonna need it. But I was thinking, because that would like solve that parking problem, because then you'd have all the school parking.
As far as the shuttle way, I can definitely ask Elaine about it to see if that's something we can do. If he can get overtime for that, or if that could be utilized for that. But again, that's just we do have only the one driver available for that. And
Isn't there 3 weekends?
yes,
My issue with, it's not an issue, but like, when we have the city fair, or when we have the Lions Carnival, I know it's a pain in the drain to have people parking all around the neighborhood, but like, this is only going to help our city. This is just my opinion. This is only going to help our city when these people are coming in, whether they're coming into Big Bounce America and they see like, oh, there's Smokey Joe's. Oh, there's, there's
Yeah.
a sushi place. Oh, there's,
I need gas.
right. So it really does help our city. Yes, it's a pain. I know that. But, so we just can't count the neighborhood. Like, even if we counted the school parking lot, the school right there, they can literally walk from the parking lot to
the
that,
park.
through the big field.
do that every
into
year
the,
for the
right,
parade.
for the parade.
But here's a question. Right across the street, El Charo, they have that grassy
Grass.
knoll that they let
Oh, yeah.
the Fraser Goodfellows use for parking for the fireworks. If you contacted Jeff Martin over there and asked him, even if you had to say, hey, I'll give you $200, right? I mean, we have the money. So if you had to pay a little bit for the privilege of parking across the street, would that give you enough extra spaces?
That's depending on how many cars and vehicles they could fit there, because in the contract they would like 400.
400, now how many do you have right
I
now?
was gonna say, how many do we have around here?
Just the ones, where the actual parks is, the basketball court, all the way in the back where we showed the movie, that's where their trailers are going to be parked. So we have the ones that's right at the front of there where the basketball court is, and the ones like right across from the baseball diamond. That's like, you got to go like around the little things.
Yeah.
Jiggies. And, so that's really it. I'm trying to get in contact over there with the lot where Smokey Joe's is to see if that's something we can use. I can count the spots at the bowling alley, since the guy will most likely be charging for those. I'm still count them as the spots.
Right.
So
Can you use Park Lane too, all along Park Lane?
what's Park Lane?
This
The
street
street
right
right here.
outside of the park, where they park for Fort Fraser? You know where there's
Oh
that whole street right there?
yeah. We can count those spots as well, and then like where the whole dirty area where they normally park right outside where Willow Pavilion is and everything like that, we can count those. But as far as spots parking like on the street or in front of people's houses that's around, we wouldn't be able to count those.
And it doesn't have to be a free spot, because you're saying if the bowling guy's gonna charge for his space, that's still considered a space.
It doesn't have to be a free spot. It just has to be a spot that the city itself isn't charging for.
Okay, there's about 80 spots at that grassy area, right
Okay.
across from the tennis courts.
Maybe.
There's 80, maybe, she said maybe 80.
Yeah, and then I can
What about the parking lot that's adjacent to that, where Age Odges and the backside of El Charro's, there's a parking
Well,
lot
that's
there
actually El
too?
Charro's
Is it
and
theirs?
Infinity Home.
Okay.
They can't use that one.
Okay.
yeah,
For their customers, but I know he always lets us use the grass.
I'm looking into like the spots at the VFW as well, to see if they'll be able to have spots for those weekends. And I did speak with someone, and she did tell me that one of the weekends there was an event that weekend, so those spots aren't guaranteed for that weekend. So she just said she'll get back with me to make sure that there isn't any events that weekend, and if they can, then they can utilize the spots, but they'll most likely charge for it. But it's not the city charging, so we wouldn't be in breach or
Yes, Laura?
We can all park at Laura's house and she'll shuttle us all over.
This, is it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the weekend? Thursday, Friday, Saturday? How does that, do you know?
I think it's just Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I can open it up right now while you have.
But my question is anything going on in the park? Are there baseball games or anything like that where maybe you use the grassy spots in the middle of the park? We've done that in the
Yes,
past
we've
for
done
the
it for other
carnival. And just open that up and just have taped off or something, that these are extra spots? I mean, you could probably fit 100 cars in there.
You mean like the grass that's like where where the net is next to the police station, like that area?
Closer to the tennis courts, right?
Like where the farmer's market was?
This way. I'm thinking of, where the beer tent was for the
Yeah,
Lions
right.
Club, like coming east of that. We used to park all around there.
Basically where the carnival was.
Right.
Right, where the beer tent and then where the carnival was, that whole strip area. Or where the rides were and.
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
It's great as long as
There's
it's
like an area right before that, maybe the second baseball diamond, that you can get through the fence
Yeah.
and get into that area.
I could definitely look into that, and I'll see how big the big bounce stretches out to see if we
Trying to
could.
think about where I see it every time it comes, I just don't.
Well, and as I said in the past, we had the last time we had it, I never saw any issue with parking with people, because there's scheduled times and people
Come and go, and people fill in.
Yeah.
and there's never an issue with parking, so unless,
Farmers markets on that Saturday. So we
Yeah.
had 2 events going, and we still were able to get parking going.
yeah, so the 400 is kind of a,
So what changed? Why is it a problem this year?
yeah.
Just that we have to ensure the parking spots, one, and that the parking spots that we are ensuring aren't going to be in front of people's houses.
Is that a new thing to the contract?
I have to look at the old contract.
Right, because like we've had it several times, and
I will have to search for the old contract.
that's the only thing I can think of is that maybe that's a new add-on, but we've had it several times, and like Laura said, they have like assigned times. I mean, there are open spots that they can, like open times that they can go in, but it's mostly assigned times. So like, I would be taking my kids from
10 to 11.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, even with that, even if we can't count the spots where, people not parking in front of people's houses, we can't stop people from doing it
Right.
on public streets. So, I mean, they're still there and available, but
So how can you prove to them that we have these 400 spots?
they didn't ask for proof.
That's the question. Is
That's
it?
what I'm saying, so.
They didn't ask for proof.
Are you
Is
counting?
there a quorum?
Nope, but we're gonna adjourn the meeting.
Yeah, there is 1, 2, 3, 4. Right?
What-
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Bye-bye. I can't count today. I'm sorry.
I'm like,
What about the area on Garfield next to the tennis courts, like right off the street? People were parking right there off the street by the.
That's you mean the parking spots that's for the tennis court, or?
No, right on the grass, right off of Garfield, next to the tennis courts, all the way down.
I can see if those can be utilized.
They use it at the carnivals.
If those can be utilized, then I think it should be sufficient enough parking.
Might fit, I don't know,
But
50 cars there.
that's why I'm speaking with you guys about it now, because
Right.
I don't know everything that's been possible here to, try to request. Because I would like to get Big Bounce here. It's something that is popular. They pay a lot of money to be here. So a lot of people pay a lot of money to come here.
Right.
Does it have to be here, or could it be at the school or something?
It doesn't have to be here necessarily. It just has to fit the parameters of the space that they need.
Okay. Like the football field, could they do it there?
No, they wouldn't be able to do it at the football field.
Okay.
Oh,
I
it's
never
artificial,
seen
and
Okay.
they would need to put spikes down and
Okay.
everything like that.
Okay.
So basically, what they're paying for is the maintenance to fix everything else at the end.
Okay.
Is there a deadline for this contract?
It's not. He didn't give me a deadline. He just said that it's something that needs to be worked. It's best to get the contract back to him because it'll go above him if it doesn't get inside or get signed and sent back.
Right.
Then he wouldn't be able to do anything about it.
so what made them want to do 3 days or 3 weekends? Because I know last year they did too, so they added another weekend, so that must have been good for them, the third weekend.
My guess is that it was good for them because
Right.
this isn't. I haven't seen this event anywhere else in a county or necessarily this part of the state. So them being able to work in this part of the state is something that can draw a bigger crowd.
Yeah.
So originally they asked for 600 parking spots, but I got it down to 400.
Jesus, 600.
Or you would have to have like, I don't know, a huge area with a huge parking lot.
Yeah. So, but I did get it down to 400, and if we can, the El Char Road VFW, where the carnival was, and then where the regular spots are, here at City Hall, and where the tennis courts and Willow Pavilion and around Anita is, then that I think it can be sufficient.
I think you should be.
So I do appreciate the ideas to look into to see if we can get these parking spots because I really would like to get it. I really would like to have Big Bounce here
I think they sold out like every time slot.
Sure did.
pretty much.
every time.
Yeah.
I was on the website yesterday, and they are in Philadelphia. They're sold out in Philadelphia. So this
How the heck they get 600 to 400 parking spots in Philadelphia? All right.
Each of those cars could hold max, average of 3 people, so
Yeah.
3 people with 400 cars, plus the extras, you know,
A lot of people.
the extra 600, so they could probably make it work with that as well, and not sell out.
I think it should be able to work here. I really do. I think it should, because we've had it. It's not like it's our first time.
Correct.
And we didn't have a problem last time. I don't believe we did.
I think that would be something to at least look into, like, did we just sign the contract before, or they said 400 parking spots, and we were like, okay, we just want to get them here, you know? Because it's a big event, we gotta find a way to sign this contract.
Yeah, it's pretty big, from my knowledge, and from everything I've seen. I've watched their videos and everything like that, so it's. I've even went back and saw it on Facebook as well about how it was. So it's something I would like to make happen.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right.
With the parking spot ideas that you guys have, if they can all come through, then we can definitely take care of it.
Awesome. All right, anything else? Nope. All right, I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:12.
I second it.
Motion made by Commissioner Kelly, seconded by Commissioner Cook. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Meeting adjourned.